Hey YouTube, today we're going to make homemade soap. I am going to make lemongrass today. I got my oils and some more oils. I got my lye, I got my water. We're going to go outside and mix it up. So, I don't do it inside just because it smokes, and yeah. So you have to add your lye to your water, never vice versa. It will be smoky and it will get smelly. It'll get really hot. You should be wearing gloves with this. I have lost mine, so I'm just going to be super careful not to splash myself. It's really cloudy. It's because the process is going, but I don't know if you can see it, but it is smoking a little bit. Not very much. But the smell is horrifying. Oh yeah, I can see the smoke. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it is giving some smoke. Now I have to watch this to make sure the cat doesn't come on the rail and try and drink the water. But okay, we're going to let this sit for a bit and cool down. Oh, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we're going to let that sit and cool down for a bit and come back inside and do the oils. So we've got canola, olive oil in here, right here. This one we got my shea butter, and coconut oils in here. Shea butter and palm oil. So I'll put that in there. Get my tripod. Right, hang on. Okay, I've added my oils to this one, and we're going to try and, now the liquid oils were warm, and so I'm trying to melt the shea butter, the palm oil, just from the heat of those. Plus it gives me time for the temperatures of the lye and water to cool down and get to the temperature close to this, or where it's reasonable enough to add them together. Then when we'll do that, we'll take it over with the stick blender and blend it together and go from there. So it's melting pretty quick, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to mix the two. Okay, so the oils have all melted, and so now we're going to add the lye to the oil. Slowly, not to splash, which I'm kind of doing, but not too bad. Now this makes about 32 ounces of soap. I have a homemade, I made my own soap mold. I'm on a budget, so I could not afford to get one of those pricey ones, and I'll show you that when I pour the soap. But I'm just going to stir this a little bit by hand, and then I'm going to get the stick blender out, bring it up to trace, and I'll show you what that looks like. It goes pretty quick. And then I'll add the essential oil and bring it back up to trace, and then pour it in my mold. I do have these rubber molds. I'm going to try if I have any leftover soap, depending on how high I fill mine. So I think I've mixed it pretty well. We're going to go ahead and get the stick blender. It's going to be noisy, and I am sorry. And I only use this stick blender just for soaps, nothing else. You want to burp it so that there's no air. Okay, getting thicker. It's a light trace, but not It's a light trace. I'm going to go ahead and add the essential oil. No, a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to add the essential oil. I'm making my favorite, lemongrass. I get this from the Mennonite store. Now, some essential oils will speed up the process. This one's got a dripper. I'm going to take the dripper out because I want it to pour quickly. Try and get the dripper out. There we go. Some essential oils will speed up the trace process, so watch it and make yourself time. Make sure your molds are all ready. Here we go. This is 1 ounce of the essential oils. And be careful not to splash yourself. And that's a pretty good trace, but I'm going to mix it a little bit more. Make sure I get all those essential oils incorporated. And that is trace right there. See how that, I don't know if you can see it, but see how that forms and doesn't fall. Okay. Get ready to get my mold. This is a mold I made. Kind of hard to see, but I'm just going to go ahead and pour it into my mold. This mold right here will give me about 7 bars. Then I cut my bars in half. Sorry. Gotta get the air bubbles out. And we're going to let this sit. I'm going to cover it, wrap it in some towels. It is hot, so I won't have to do it too much. Let it sit for 24 hours. Then I will come back, remove it from the mold, but leave it and cut it if I can. These are the silicones things. Now, once you use these for soap, you cannot use them for food. So I don't know what's going to happen with this, so we will see. If this works out pretty good with this shape, I can give them for gifts then which would be nice. I could have filled up my mold, my mold that I made a little bit more, but it looks like I've estimated the perfect amount for getting at least 4 little hand ones. I do let these cure for 6 weeks so that the lye can fully process, and go from there. I do have it on a cookie sheet because it is a flexible mold. Okay, that is it. Now it's time for cleanup. I will bring you back when I unmold tomorrow.